That's weird. The whole beneficiary thing is very strange.
Have you done all your? I'm sure you guys have.
Yeah, you get all the kids. I hope you're cool with that.
Hey, what
Yeah.
about the pets?
Oh, I don't know if we worked that out. Do you want them to?
Yes, you have
No.
to.
Okay.
They'll all be fat.
I know. Wrigley is so spoiled. He like won't eat until he knows there's no treats
Oh.
in the picture, and then he'll go eat. It's so funny.
Mm.
A little bit.
It was always that way. Your
I
kids
know.
feed them though too. I see them throw things on the floor. So
I know. That's true. You know what? He got well exercised with you. I can tell he was raring to go a little more than usual. So you got him up to snuff. And
well, you guys are walking them now, right?
well, yeah, just once though. And we don't take him on massive hikes. You were good
But
at
that one I was worried about because he seemed too tired.
He gets lumpy. How long
I was
the
worried
hike?
how much he slept when you guys left. Like everything was sleeping, and I kept waking up Wrigley to see if he was breathing because he sleeps all day.
He does. This is the life of a dog. You are like a new parent. This is what we do to our newborns. We poke them. We put like a little mirror by their breath to make sure they're still breathing. But he breathes so loud. And did he do all his dreams and stuff?
Sometimes, but I just didn't realize how much he sleeps.
Yeah.
If you don't, like, I would take him out in the morning and then I would hunker down to work and then he would like sleep all day unless I let him out to pee.
Yeah.
It's like, this is it? And
I'm
Scooby
telling
too.
you, all your guilt over, I need to be there for my cat. They just sleep all day. They're fine. That's
But
why
at night,
go to school. I think if a school day is a good time, you can come home at about 3 and then they're kind of like, okay, let's go play. Need to go out. That works.
I don't want to go to school. We're going to do documentaries.
Man. See, okay, let's start our thing. You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
Record.
Record.
1,
1,
2, 3. Start.
Start. Hey.
Hello.
Hi, Weens. How
Hi.
are you? We're
I'm
back.
good.
It's been a while. Why are you being awkward right now?
Because I don't know. I'm looking at myself, which is the worst thing to do. And I'm trying to position my mouth by the microphone and not look strange. Because sometimes I won't look at myself at all. And then I'll be like in the corner the whole time.
We're on
So I'm
YouTube.
trying to.
She just looked down her nose. No, you look fine. I think we're good. We
Okay,
are
I'm going to
Mouse
go
and
back to
Weens.
not looking. Sorry. Okay. We are true.
Yeah, we're Mouse and Weens, everybody. We're back. It's been a while.
Woo-hoo.
I'm Joelle. I'm Mouse. I'm the mom one down in San Diego. The wifey one. I need to give myself some more titles. I'm the garden lady.
Yeah.
I'm the
You're the list checker?
yes. I'm the type A nerd. And who are you?
I'm Weens, and I currently live in Los Angeles, and I'm a Scorpio. I'm real fun. I do enjoy hikes. I like to go to Griffith Park. Sometimes
Is this
I
a
laugh.
singles ad?
Yes.
Okay.
And also, I do like a man who could pick me up. That's nice.
Oh, this is a rare thing. We have a 6'1" beauty on our hands, everybody.
If anyone would like to grab me and pick me up, not a serial killer, but a nice man.
What if a serial killer killed people by picking them up and never putting them down again? What if you never did put your feet back down on the ground? What if you were, well, I think it's because I just saw Life of Brian that I'm thinking about this.
Then it would never, then that song would be obsolete. What goes up must come down. Yeah. So
that's all I know.
That I would be very upset that that song has been lying. But also, I ate raw onions and my stomach is nuts. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, raw onions are bad. Bad news. They just smell like BO after you eat them.
Yeah.
It's bad breath. It gives you gas. I don't know. They say it's good for your heart, but I don't there's other things that are good for your heart. I don't think we need to include raw onions ever again.
I know what's good for my heart, being picked up.
Oh,
by a strong man.
All right. What kind of man would this be? Would he be flowing-haired Fabio type, or would he be a...
I think he'd be strong-legged because it would be hard if he had very, very skinny legs, but a large torso, because then he would pick you up, but then he might fall over because his legs...
like the pan flute guy. He'd look like a little goat. Little stick legs and a big chest.
I don't know that stick leg goat you're talking about, but I do know like that. You know how you get the Easter eggs and they have the chicken legs? It's kind of a funny. So it's like a big barrel Humpty Dumpty.
This Humpty Dumpty more often than you know, because we all have this body shape. You, me, and Mom. We feel like eggs with chicken legs. So yeah, we get it.
You know, but also sexy chicken legs. So watch out, boys.
Sexy chickens.
You want to crack an egg and a sexy chicken? I'm sorry. Continue. Makes no sense.
Well, what are we talking about, Weens? I feel like we need to do a big catch up because it's been like we've had 2 long-standing episodes where there's been a lot of space in between, but we've had a lot of shit going on.
Yeah. Do tell.
You tell me. Tell me where you've been. I know the answer.
At your house.
Yay.
For a month, almost. Maybe more. Was it a month?
Yeah, it was. It was the month of October. No, end of October, because you were here for...
I just got back, basically, a few days ago. So whatever that was. Yeah, I was there for Halloween, and I was in beautiful San Diego with my sister and the family.
Yeah, for all of November.
Are they fun.
Yeah,
let's really hear it.
I want you to tell me that your perspective. I know how I feel, but we'll go back and forth. Let's hear the whole story. What is it like? A day in the life of me.
Oh, enough about me. What do you think of me?
Let's hear about me.
Your life is very busy and also filled with a lot of laughter and fun. I think you and your husband are funny together. You have this little dynamic. It's kind of like the Bickertons a little bit, but more in a funny...
Yeah.
You're more like a comedic couple.
Okay, but tell me about that, because I feel it, and sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not.
Yeah, I mean, it's jabby humor, so if you don't... I mean, I remember... Okay,
you're
told
uncomfortable.
Me... Yeah, because there's an onion about to push its way out of my stomach like the movie Alien. Oh, my God.
Do we need to pause? Do you need to take care of this?
I wish I could. I don't know what to do with it. It's just festering and growing, I think.
All right. Well, let's have a signal. Hold up a little flag if you need to pause and go take care of things. Okay?
I guess I did 10 jumping jacks and then I burped, so that was nice. I just did that right before we came on. Did you see me doing jumping jacks in the corner?
No, I didn't.
My little hand was flipping.
Oh, my gosh.
You guys are cute because, Dave has a certain type of humor that's more like kind of, like
12-year-old mean boy. Yeah.
A little bit. And what do you think of that is the real question. It doesn't matter what I think of it. Is it fun?
I'm good with it because that's who I married. It's always been this way. But man, he got under my skin over Thanksgiving. We went to Palm Springs, as you know, with his family. We do this every year. They rent a house and get the brother-in-law and sister-in-law and the cousins, and everybody's in the same house. It's really fun. It's sweet. But we started playing euchre. And for those of you who don't know, euchre is a card game. I just got introduced to it 2 years ago, but we've only played like once a year at these family events. So I'm not very good at it yet, well-versed at it. But anyway, it's kind of like hearts where you have to have 4 people. So
I was going to say you have to dress in fishing gear and you have to have a rifle and you have to wear those fuzzy helmets and shoot a bear. But that's because it sounds like Yukon. Go ahead.
I see the connection totally with you.
Okay.
No, it's boring and you sit at a table and you play cards. But it's not boring. It's good. It's like Hearts, if people know Hearts, but it's got more strategy and anyway, it doesn't matter. So I'm playing with Dave and you play in pairs. You play in teams. So the person across from you is your teammate. Well, mine's Dave. And then brother-in-law and sister-in-law married. They're a team across on the other side. And I messed up a hand. What are you going to do? There's lots of hands going around and there's points and you slide cards around. I messed up and I made a weird move. I could have gone one of 2 ways. And instead of being like, Joelle, you messed up, or anything like that. He laid into me. And yes, we had had a few drinks, but I mean, he just gave this look of such disappointment that it broke me down. I cried. I started crying right there at the table. And I expected him to be like, I'm sorry, that was too rough. Why'd I say it that way? I didn't need to do that. But you know, Dave, he does not apologize very easily. So it was a whole awkward evening. Look, I'm getting tears in my eyes just thinking about it.
Aww.
I know. And, you know, everybody was like, Joel turned up the heat and tried to be funny. Actually, he was so funny. And he made me laugh. And, you know, we kind of got over the hump. But it took a while to get over it. So, yeah, his humor is great and fine until it reaches that breaking point. And then I'm like, stop. You cannot do this to me anymore. I'm a girl. I'm like sensitive. Not that being a girl has anything to do with it, but
you're a human being with feelings.
Yeah, absolutely. And he thinks I'm tough and can handle it all the time, 24/7, and I can't. I get filled up with that after a while. So that happened. It was super awkward, but we got through it. We talked it through, and we went on a big walk the next morning, and it was fine. But we did go to bed mad. It was not a good night. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So it happens. I mean, gosh, we've been married since 2004. So, yeah, we're kind of a well-oiled machine, but yeah, we got a little dick in the gears every once in a while.
Speaking of dick in the gears, I have to go get some Tums. Can we pause this? I can't. Something's going on.
All right, we're pausing. Hey, let's hear about dream dinners. I'm going to do a little soliloquy about dream dinners. Can I? You go take care of things.
Okay.
I would like to talk for a minute. Oh, boy. There's the cat. All right.
Hey!
Bye. Go to the potty.
The psychic lady I just talked to said you and my cat are bonded.
I know, in a nice, funny way. See, I make fun of her just like Dave makes fun of me. She gets it. She just waved her hand at me. All right. Weens is off to take care of business. This is a little TMI, but she's doing jumping jacks. That's what she's going to do? Interesting. Anyway, I wanted to mention that our entire Thanksgiving meal was, no, not Thanksgiving. It was Friendsgiving. I had a Friendsgiving. Bunch of friends came over to my sweet, darling friend Kari's house. She hosted for me. I was supposed to have it at my house, but I was too stressed out with everything going on. And she hosted a wonderful Friendsgiving. And guess what I showed up with? A big pack of dream dinners. I gave it to her in the morning, and she cooked it up following all the directions. And it was a hit. Everybody loved it. Dream Dinners was a hit. So if for those of you who don't know what Dream Dinners is, they do sponsor our podcast, but I approached them because I love them so much. I talk about them all the time to everyone anyway. And they did our whole Friendsgiving dinner. There's a amazing succulent turkey with no bones in it. I don't know how they do it, but it's this beautiful turkey. It's got spices and a rub with it. And it's got one leg sticking out. So there is one drumstick, but the rest, it's like, I'm holding up my hands. It's like a football-sized, solid meat, juicy white turkey. And it comes out perfect every time. The cooking time is not much. And all you have to do is just slice it up. It's like cutting a loaf of bread. And you get these perfect pieces of turkey. And everybody raves about it. I heard feedback from another person I know who joined Dream Dinners on our code, Mouse and Weens 99. And she served it for her Friendsgiving. And same thing. Everybody loved it. They wanted to know where she got the turkey. Why was it so juicy? What did she do? So I don't know. I come out looking like a star every time I get their turkey. And it's kind of awesome. So if you're interested in looking into Dream Dinners, I think they're done with their holiday meals for this year, but you could look into it for Easter. For Mother's Day, any of these big Father's Day events, they always have these bundles that they do for holidays, and they're freaking amazing. So it's dreamdinners.com, and go to checkout. You will use Mouse and Weens 99, and you will get $99 off your first order. And they are month-to-month subscription, and there's no pressure, no hassle. It's honestly the best stuff with all the sides that go with everything. So check it out, everybody, at dreamdinners.com. And that's a real ad. I'm not just reading this. This is real from the heart. All right. So
You
there.
really are excited about dream dinners.
I know.
Always.
Well, I just told everybody they stole the show at Friendsgiving. So it was a hit. Anyway. All right. How's your tummy? How's the onion? All right. There she is.
You know
She's
what
back.
I found?
Soda helps tummies.
Cinnamon Coca-Cola, which was in my garage today. And for some reason, I put it in the fridge and it's coming in handy. Hey,
cinnamon Coca-Cola. Is this normal? I haven't seen that before.
I have never seen this in my life. I don't know how it ended up in my garage.
It's that party you had.
Oh, okay.
Probably, right?
Probably, yeah.
Or it's your neighbor trying to kill you.
It's gonna work. Ernie's trying to kill me with all the persimmons he's giving me from his tree.
His tree is popping, huh? What do you do with
I didn't
the
go
persimmon?
grocery shopping for 2.5 days, so all I ate were persimmons and oatmeal.
God, Julianne, no wonder your stomach. Onions, persimmons, and oatmeal. Oh my God. It's like shrapnel in your stomach. Ow.
Anyway, so let's move on to some points.
Okay.
Point. I think that, it was fun being at your house and seeing the liveliness. It went from 0 to 1,000 instantly. You guys are very active and fun and
So what do you mean it went
crazy?
from 0 to 1,000? What's an example?
My place is so quiet, and it's me and my cat and me. It's me and my cat. And Mom got me all tweaky about that.
As she should?
As you would.
Yes.
Hey, sister. You're lovely.
Thank you. You're too. Even though
So,
I'm hiding back here.
Yeah, I like it. You guys are just really fun, and it's lively, and it starts very early. So 7 a.m. is when the house starts a rocking, like with everybody up, it seems. And then it gets quiet at about 9:30 or 10.
Did Dave wake you up every morning with his 6 a.m. alarm?
I'm up.
And then going and running, and you're already up?
No,
Okay.
I
good.
wake up at 6 too.
I know.
I can not sleep in. It's a great gift. I don't know where it came from. Are you like that too?
Yeah, your uterus, probably. And brain hormones.
The old 6 a.m. uterus alarm.
Yeah.
I love that.
The ute.
Yeah, the old 2 utes. Anyway, so yeah, it's fun. What do you think? So what was the dynamic? So I was there, and I'm always worried
Don't
a little
worry.
bit that
You never have to
I
worry.
know. But
We
I was
love
there
you.
to help take care of your children for the first time alone for a week. Can you believe that it's been this long and I have never taken them for that long?
It was cool.
Probably
yeah.
because I've always had a crazy movie job and I've never had that much time off.
Right. I know. So COVID has blessed you with time off with which you are getting your degree. So you're staying home, finishing schooling. Yet we had a big trip coming up. You were missing the kids and us. So you came in October and we kind of trained you, if you will. Oh, and Mom was here too. We visited with Mom, and you guys got to go to football games and marching band and see the kids in all their glory before their fall sports were done.
So cute.
Yeah. And then she went back home. You stayed here because then the next week we took off to Kauai again. So, you had a whole week of kind of training and then you took it on. You have been such a freaking blessing. I have to tell you, it makes me want to be a sister wife and have a real, like another mom type living here. So I'm so excited that you are going to move back in. Yay! Yay! You're going to be, because it's just like our family went from, we're our nice little fivesome. We're a great little family, but we get into our little routines and, I'm always feeling the mom guilt. I feel like I'm not giving them enough attention or just, I don't know, zhuzh in their life. And then you come in and you're like my better half. You're the person that can play the games and get on the floor with them and talk the talk, but you're not Mom. So you're kind of like, you're cool Mom, and they can tell you stuff and you can get things out of them. And they love you. They are so excited that you're going to be here. You were here for your birthday and they wrote you some birthday cards that were not prompted. All I said was go make something for her birthday, write something, draw something, paint something, whatever. Something you can give her. And so they all came back with their cards. And what did they say? From the heart.
So cute. First of all, I want to say that I am the role of the aunt because I am the aunt. No one's going to take place of the mom, and the aunt's job is to come in and be the zhuzher. So that will probably always be the dynamic, unless the mom is some terrible mother and then they rely on the aunt for stability. But, it's just the way it should be, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you don't have time to do that. And you have to be the rule maker. And so anyway, I do
have time for it. I could put all my other stuff aside and be like back to June Cleaver mom. I was that kind of mom in the beginning, and I don't know. I'm evolving, but anyway.
Yeah, you need to self-care, which is our second conversation, because I don't think that you take care of yourself at all.
Oh God, here we go.
I'm telling you need to have time to breathe. Yes. Anyway, you guys have a lovely. Okay, so the kids' cards, that's what you were talking about. They're so sweet because I'm officially moving in, you guys.
Yeah!
For those, I'm officially doing it, and it's crazy to me.
It's not crazy. It's great.
And it's nutty, and I can't believe, but also it feels like it's lining up, like it all started to work out in that direction. Steve Peters was here, who we have an episode about. He was the one that, how do you explain?
He was the first man to be treated for an AIDS drug that actually made it through the 80s AIDS crisis, having full-blown AIDS, and was recently featured in the Tammy Faye, Eyes of Tammy Faye movie, because his role was so significant that Tammy Faye interviewed him back in the day and kind of changed the face of evangelism being okay with gay people. So he's become kind of that person that signifies
iconic
that
figure. And then just Jessica Chastain just played Tammy Faye, and they did a whole movie. And Steve, they had his picture on the Stephen Colbert show.
Yeah.
And Jessica Chastain was there,
she keeps telling his story over and over to all the talk show hosts, and he's been in the news and People magazine. It's crazy. Yeah. So, it's really neat.
So basically what happened is he lives in a house that he's lived forever, but he's the renter of the back property. Mm-hmm. And so anyway, long story short, or as my agent in New York said, to make a short story short, Abbott Bloomberg.
If you say
to make a short
time.
Story short. It made no sense either. Anyway, it's never a short story when someone says, okay, what? The story is Steve's landlord was revamping his place, and then he was supposed to stay with his friend. Stay with his friend who had, I can't speak, pneumonia. Something happened. I don't need to give every detail of everything.
No, you sure don't.
Okay.
Steve's taking over your lease, basically, because he needed a spot to be.
But what about all the other parts of the story I was going to tell? Okay. Anyway, he ended up here for the month that I was gone at Joelle's. He loved the place. I said, what a good time to maybe move. He loves it there. He wants to take over the lease. He just did yesterday, and I'm going to move to Joelle's. And it's crazy, and I was super nervous stomach, but it's all kind of working out in a direction.
Is that what the onion is? Are you nervous about everything?
It's just the onion.
Oh, okay.
This is completely the onion. Do
no
not
more
ever
onions.
eat a raw onion. Well, let me just say real fast. I ate raw onion, tomato, and a bunch of spinach wrapped up in fake hickory smoked meat with veganese. Ooh, I think it's a veganese. I forgot about that part.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
This sounds interesting. And
that
very
was
healthy,
my dinner.
I guess. Hickory smoked.
I guess. Ugh. Anyway, so now it's official. I'm moving in at the end of the month, and it's kind of crazy. And at the same time, super awesome.
Yeah, the thought was, too, because you want to go to grad school, and grad school costs a ton of money. And while you're finishing school at home and not actively working, bringing in money, it doesn't make sense to try to work and live there and go to school. It just wouldn't all work. And to incur all that student debt is a big thing you take on, which we may be having second thoughts about, right?
Oh, okay. So I was going to grad school, guys. I got into one, and I was applying to another one more locally close to Joelle's, which I think I have a good chance getting in.
You do.
I have a 4.0 right
she's
now.
She's a friggin' Dean's List student, everybody.
You're looking magna cum laude.
She's on the Weens list, the Dean's List. Oh, Coke, cinnamon through the nose.
Cinnamon through the nose. So, anyway, yeah. Point going into social work to eventually maybe do therapy or art therapy. But I've been nervous because I really secretly am a creative person. My core.
You're not so secret. You are
okay, not secretly.
Creative. Yeah.
That's what I want to do is all creative stuff. So I got a psychic detective on the phone.
Now this floors me because I thought your decision was pretty well set. Although, how did you make your big decision?
Oh, okay. So I'm making the big decision to shouldn't I move to Joelle's, right? And there were pros and cons lists for a while. Back and forth for maybe a month.
Because decision making is not your forte, shall we say.
And I took a personality or a real psychology test from one of it's very vetted from many psychologists where they have you see what kind of, it's all this stuff like whatever, implicity bias and your self-monitoring. It's all these terms where you find out your deeper personality, and they'll ask you the same question 5 times to make sure they're getting the accurate answer. Mm-hmm. Whatever. I did that. Turns out I'm I'm more of a diplomatic mindset that can see the both sides of everything.
Oh.
So you should not be doing pros and cons lists because you will pros and cons to death going, here's all the reasons, but here's also all the reasons, but, and here's the pros.
Interesting.
So you get it.
So what is someone like you supposed to do to make a decision?
Well, it's what I did with you. I sat there and I said, I can't sit in this limbo anymore. It's crazy. And
you ask a lot of people. You're always asking people advice.
Which I do, and therapists and friends and you and mom. And then at some point, I remember someone telling me, flip a coin. And their thing that they said was, the heavens will not fall. Whatever decision you make is right.
Whoa.
So flip a coin because it doesn't really matter, basically. So,
okay. Is it fate? Are we trusting fate here, or is it like a deity kind of thing? Or
I don't even know. I think it's just as arbitrary. I think it could be dropped down to that. You can call it whatever you want, whether it's just random, like you choose one path or another, and maybe they're both great. In the matrix of life, it maybe doesn't matter. Okay. Or maybe it is a little divine intervention. Who knows? Either way, I flipped and I said, heads, San Diego, tails, LA. And I said, I'm just going to go with this right now. And I flipped it and it was heads, San Diego. And I text the landlord right at that moment. And I said, I'm moving out this month. Isn't that crazy?
That. I was in... where was I? I was Kauai or Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was Thanksgiving. I was in Palm Springs and you texted me and said, look what I just sent. Right? Is that the timing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was over Thanksgiving. And you sent me your text to your landlord and it was official. You gave a month's notice, right?
Yeah.
It was a month.
That was it. Yeah.
That's it. So here you are.
And here we are. And everything started falling in place. Like Steve said he wanted the place. And so... Which is great because then I don't have to like take everything out and paint the walls and make them white. And he just loves it and he loves the curtains and so I'm going to leave a lot of stuff for him.
Yay.
And then we could communicate about what he wants, doesn't want. And
he got along with your landlord. They met in passing and
they're cool. They know some of the same people. They're both in the theater world.
That's so great.
All is well. I know. And then...
and he wants to buy some of your furniture. You don't have to move all your furniture.
He loves my couch and loves my front table, so...
Because that's the problem. Moving into my place, it's already furnished. Yeah. And you've got all your stuff. So now you get to go through and decide what to bring, what not to bring.
So the big thing that I want to do is just dump everything and just start over. But Mom was sort of talking me out of that idea of... She was like, oh, but your dishes and your like, just put them in storage. I'll help you if you need it. And she did. But I feel bad because I almost feel like, why not just get rid of it all? Anyway, this is really compelling.
But now you have another decision to make. Like, do I take my stuff and put it in storage? Or do I sell it, dump it, give it away?
I'm going to try to sell a lot
fresh.
of it. Yeah. I'm going to do the Facebook Marketplace and just gift my stuff to others to enjoy.
And you've done this before. You did this when you moved to New York. You kind of purged everything you had.
I do it all the time.
Started fresh. Yeah. When else did you do it? When you came back?
Every time I've moved. I don't think I've moved. The only move I took all my stuff was 4 blocks away to here.
Yeah. Really?
I think I generally am a purger.
True. So from Seal Beach to LA, you didn't move a lot either.
few boxes, but I had to. What was that situation?
You left
I think
boxes around. Like I had a couple of your boxes. Oh, yeah. Someone else had a couple of your boxes, right?
I don't know. I think I need to just realize that this is my personality because I could have bought a house many times in life, and I just said, I don't know if that's. I never felt like there was a place. Well, yeah, I bought the cabin and then a house in Joshua Tree, but
yeah, you had temporary, the cabin, which is a vacation rental, but not even a rental. It was more for the family, and then the VRBO. Yeah. So I guess I have
bought houses, but then never lived in them, and never went there. I just like the gypsy style of living. I think a little.
Yeah, I love it.
So now I could gypsy style at your house for a while.
Do it,
and then who knows what'll happen.
I've built you a whole gypsy suite. You have your own little entrance. You have your own little living room area. You have your own little bedroom, bathroom. We built this house to kind of take on somebody at some point, either you or mom or Dave's crazy. Mom. So it should be used for what it's there for. It's so funny
because I wanted to have a whole talk of okay, let's talk about expectations and rules and things, and you guys laughed at me kind of.
No,
just stay here. No, in a funny way of just give our kids therapy in the future if you become a therapist.
Honestly, that was Dave's idea. I'm like, that's brilliant. She can get her master's and then be our family counselor. Well, and you already are in a way. You know what the kids need. You can fill in the gaps. Let's talk about, so the day-to-day with what is it like to be a mom to you? Do you have a different perspective? Yeah. Do you know now what it's like to be a mom, a working mom now? And did you ever go, oh, come on, it can't be that hard? And now you've lived it? And do you change your mind?
It was a lot of the same thing that you said of feeling, I don't want to say guilty, but maybe just wanting the kids to be happy because you want them to. Well, also for me, it was bonding time and it was special. And I wanted to make sure, I didn't want them to just disappear into games. I wanted to play games with them and make it kind of a fun.
Disappear on those devices in each of their little toad holes.
Every kid at this age will do that. It's just everybody's saying the same thing about that. It's impossible to. But I wanted to say, okay, let's play a family game and we did our family movie nights like you guys do. And
you're so cute. You busted out the memory game, and who would have thought that was a hit? But, the dumb old flip the cards over and make a match. But we have a big, massive set of them. And usually when I'd play when they were little, I'd only do half of the set. But you got the whole set out on the coffee table. And it became like a nightly thing that you guys would go back and forth and see who could make the most matches. And it really is kind of a good brain test, too.
Because you didn't want to play and you were like, this is dumb. Then you got, because you only got one pair in the beginning. And then you started smoking on the next one.
I knew you were analyzing me. I knew it.
I was.
You're
because you started liking
it. You're such a jerk. I knew it. See, this is the problem with you getting your psychology degree. You're going to be secretly analyzing people. Although you've done that always. You've always done that.
I know, but you did like it more once you started getting it, right?
Okay, but what I needed? What did I need in my memory game? Do you remember?
You needed organization, as usual, boxes and squares in the lines instead of the chaos that was.
And then my brain just went click, 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 click. And then it could see all the pairs instead of all ribble rabble, scribble scrabble all over. Yes. You guys were all crazy with your fishbowl of cards. I couldn't make matches in that shit.
Do people know what this is? This like Old Maid? No,
it's just for anyone who's a parent and who has kids. It's the memory game. It's just called the memory game with little matchy cards.
Flip them over. Okay,
find everyone a pair. Knows this. You get to flip one, flip two. If they match, yay, you get them. You get another turn. If you don't, you flip them back over, and the next person goes. Yeah.
Yippee!
So anyway,
okay, so we did that. We had fun.
You did try to make every moment quality, which is kind of that mom guilt thing. But you knew you had a finite time. You knew you were going back home. Now, when you come back, how is it going to be? Because you were my go-to driver. You were my go-to help clean her up the dishes. You were my go-to straighten up after dinner when I was exhausted on the couch. You were like picking up the slack.
That's all going to end.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was going to say. You don't want to do that forever. You're not going to be that person.
Well, I did say at some point I make it busy and not have all that time.
Yeah.
So
we do need to make some rules.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, this could lead to family resentments, because if I shine a little too much in the beginning and then I start slacking off, you're going to get resentful.
No, but you've always said, don't expect this. Like, if I do anything, it's like bonus, but you know.
Then I feel guilty because I can see all that you do. And then I go, God, I should at least go do the dishes and help out. But I also have 100 hours of work to do on the school stuff.
I know. Well, maybe it'll all balance out once school is done. And
I hope school will not start, because guess what?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Part 2, chapter 2. Or where are we on our okay, we have a good third left of our podcast. Tell them.
Okay. Well, I talked to this psychic detective named Pam Coronado. Okay. Pam Coronado is really cool. I wonder if she would come on the show, because she's amazing. And I first saw her. Sometimes I'll get this weird thing, and it happens around like my PMS time or something, where I really need to get connected either with death or near-death experiences or psychics or something where it's like the other side and feeling connected to that. I'm a witch.
You're a bleeding, bloody witch.
Yes, I am a
Monthly.
floater.
Wow.
And, or is it a sinker? Did the witches sink or float?
Oh,
I think
I don't
both
know.
ways they were screwed. If they sunk, they were a witch, and if they floated, if they sunk, they died, but if they floated, they were a witch. Anyway, something like that. So they died either way.
Weird.
It's very sad.
I don't know.
Anyway, okay, well, here, I'll give you the 2-second version. Ready?
Okay.
Count to 2.
1.
She told me I shouldn't
2.
go to social work school and I should do documentary filmmaking with you.
And not do math. That was way longer than 2 seconds.
2.5.
But yeah, okay, expand on that. This is a huge point. Ladies and gentlemen, she has found her way. All right, what are you going to do? Say it again.
Well, I'm second guessing this graduate school she basically said, because I don't even know if Mom knows this, but I was taking a little bit of antidepressants for a little bit. And I thought it was pandemic related. But can I say that? Should I say that?
It's up to you. This is your life. I think it's very nice to hear people admitting and talking about taking antidepressants, because mental health is just taking care of our brains, just like we take care of our noses and our hoo-hoos and everything.
Because I talked to you about it a lot too. Do you think I should? And I've always resisted it. And then my therapist was like, maybe it's time. And it was mostly because my period time would get so dark.
Right.
And it was getting worse as I age. And anyway, point.
Yeah. And I think it's super normal. And we talked about how LA has effects. You have the environmental, the stresses and the
job,
the smog and the yucky living situation with so many people right next to you, and just different things. It all adds
everything
up.
was kind of bringing me down, bro.
Yeah.
And it was the pandemic and being alone and like all that. So I said, okay, I'll give it a shot finally. And it seemed to do better. Mm-hmm. It was like 0.5 milligrams of Lexapro, by the way. Mm-hmm. Anyway, and I was checking in with my therapist and the doctor and everything, making sure it was all well. And they even told me to take more, and I didn't. Anyway, point.
What does it feel like?
I was only taking 2.5 mil. I was so nervous to take it. I didn't want to. And apparently,
wait, you said 0.5 milligrams, and then you said 2.5. Do you mean
2.5 in the beginning, because I didn't want to commit to it, and I was trying to dose it down the most possible.
Yeah.
And I went back to the doctor, 3 months later saying, I think I feel better. I'm taking 2.5, though. I'm not taking the 10. He's like, well, that's not doing anything. Your liver doesn't even process that. It doesn't go to your brain. It doesn't do anything. So I must have been placebo.
Okay.
And then I go, well, I'll try the...
Then you went to 5. Got it.
Yeah, and that's what I've been doing the last, 3 months or something. But anyway, so everything seems fine. I don't know if it would seem fine without it. I'm not sure. The periods aren't as terrible. The dark spells around that time. They told me, they diagnosed me with PMDD, which is premenstrual dysphoria disorder. And they say it happens in 1% of all people, where you get these really, really dark, like suicidal, yucky. I know, this is so...
No, but it's real. That's okay. It's like ideation, right? It's like...
Well, yeah, and I can't explain it. I'm sure other people have experienced this, but you just go, there's no point in living. What's the purpose of my life? What have I done with everything? And like, there's no point in me living anymore. So you just talk about how there's no point in
existential crisis out of your head kind of stuff.
Yeah. And it happens and you really believe it. It's like, oh, this is the worst. And then you'll have your period and then it's like, oh, everything's fine.
Really? See, that's what's so crazy. Not crazy. I shouldn't even say that word, but that it can switch from so deep dark to.
Here's a good, description though. It feels maybe like a hangover. Where have you ever had a really bad hangover?
Nope, never had one.
But where it feels really just shitty, like the whole day feels dark and gloomy and like, ugh. Yeah. Have you had that?
Oh, yeah. Nope. So, I mean, no. Kids, mother has never had a hangover. Oh, yes.
Well, it's like that, like the low feeling. And then imagine that the next day it's out of your system and you're like, oh, okay, everything's fine. But
back to normal.
When you're in that, you're like slugging through life.
That's a good description. Okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
I mean,
no. I mean, you understand it. Yes. So anyway, the point of all of that was, I have no idea. Oh, so psychic Pam Coronado.
Yeah.
She, first of all, identified that. I didn't tell her much about that, except I was curious. I asked the question, should I be on antidepressants? Because I don't really think I need to be, and I didn't want to be, and I didn't like it, but I was just trying it to see if that was something. Mm-hmm. And she said, actually, it's your hormone levels, and you need someone like a endocrinologist to check out my hormones.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That's some
also,
of that.
Check the GI system while you're at it, please.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
God. But is that hormonal?
Terrible. Who wants to hear that? Nobody. Nobody wants to hear that. It's disgusting.
No, it's symphonic. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we're spending a lot of time talking about me, but this comes to you quickly. Here we go.
No, I want to talk about you.
Okay. Well, here. She said go to a Chinese herbalist or an endocrinologist.
Yes.
So, good news. I'm going to get my hormone levels and get off of this, hopefully, and wean off of it properly with the doctor. But still, I think it is hormonal. That makes more sense. Mm-hmm. Second, she said, ooh, I wouldn't go into social work. And I hate to change your career, but it doesn't seem to be lining up with who you are. You're a very creative being, and you have to create or you will get depressed. And half the reason I think... Or she said it's kind of funny, but not. But you are probably... She said you're probably taking antidepressants because you're not creating. And she goes, I think the antidepressants are making you more depressed.
Yeah. I love that connection. So you sent me the recording. And that was cool. That was so cool to hear.
Yeah, because they do dampen.
Yeah. And that can all feed itself. It's like a little feedback loop.
But you said you haven't noticed anything in me. So you think I'm pretty normal?
I don't want to say I haven't noticed anything. Your zip and your zazz is a little not there. You're just kind of like, I'm going to school. I'm doing the thing, on the level, straight up. But where I don't want to say fun. You're still fun. It's just that, like that spark isn't there where you go, oh, I have an idea. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Like that's who you are, where you get an idea and like, all right, okay, you stand here, you do this, and then I'm going to play this. And then, okay, here we go. And you film it, ready, set, go. And then you'll do some big fun, spontaneous, creative, whatever it is.
So that's like gone.
That's kind of gone.
Wow. But that's all creativity.
Yeah. But then you're doing the long haul. You're doing something for the long term that's good for you, is getting your degree and then figuring out your career path. And so it does, that's kind of life. It's kind of like going from high school to college, right? Like high school, you can be silly and fun, drive around with your friends and take a test here and there. Yeah, whatever. But then you get to college and it's like head down, whoops. And so I just figured that's what it was. That this was just a time.
Is. It might be.
Who knows?
Might also be. Who knows? Because I was thinking that too. It's like you just have to focus.
Yeah.
Well, either way, she said, I said, okay, what do you see around the career? I don't want to give away all of our big ideas, though. What do you think?
Yeah, we
can give away little ideas.
We'll keep our euchre cards close to our chest on this. But I guess, what's the general idea? What's the general
idea is
industry?
you need to stay into a creative world or else you'll be sad.
Mm-hmm.
And social work, she goes, you might get through the schooling and then decide, what have I done? Or stop halfway because you'll not gel with it, which I've been nervous about because I'm like, oh, this is a whole sad and scary world. And I don't know. I just want to create art with my sister. And so she did see us pretty much working together on a creative project, and it's kind of specific, and more shall be revealed, but it's film related, and it sounds freaking cool. And the thing that was cool is my sister, Joelle, right there, and I had talked about this exact project.
That she came up with out of the ether, just out of the blue.
She came up with the specific, like, I see you doing, we could say documentary film. I see you doing documentary film. And I said, what is the subject? And she said the exact subject.
Yeah.
Which is not normal.
Yeah.
The subject was weird and wacky.
Yeah.
So.
It's wild.
But you kind of were skeptical of
Well, my
hers.
only thing was, now that I'm hearing it back, my only thing was, did she know your name? Could she quick Google you the day before the booking? Because you guys did it over the phone. In which she could find out a lot of information. She could look at our podcast. Now, the thing that floored me was this documentary specific, because unless she's listened to all our episodes, and we have mentioned this once before, this idea, kind of, but not really.
In 137 episodes? That would be a lot.
Yeah. Unless... Well, I don't know. I'm still a bit of a scientific skeptic, I have to say. I hate to be that person, but that's my logical brain. What can I do? So, of course, I'm looking at all the other sides of it. Well, she could have figured out this. But you have researched her heavily before you called her. And
she's on Oprah.
Yeah.
Not to say that makes you an immediate non-liar. Meaning honest.
Oprah needs to have her own like cross where, everyone thinks of her like a Jesus. So we should go, I'm making an O with my face instead of the cross. You go. But I mean, Oprah endorsed. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I don't know. It remains to be seen. But either way, it was just validation for you on stuff you kind of already knew. And
I was giving leading questions. I wasn't trying not to lead because I remember taking a psychic class and it's like, yeah, you could be the stone face and you can go in going. I'm not going to tell her anything, but it makes them work harder. So I don't mind giving a little information and just letting them elaborate on it, I guess.
It probably opens up the flow of whatever.
I think so. I mean, I'm not trying to make her prove herself, but that
time
I had seen
you
so
said,
many.
I hate social work and I don't want to do it. And I come from the film industry. So what do you think I should do? Just kidding.
I did. I mean, I kind of did. I really did lay out a lot of, you could tell in someone's voice if they're not into something. And so I told my sister to go into it if you wanted to test it just totally with a different email that you can't track the name or the email and try it.
I'm not going to do that. That seems mean. I don't want to debunk somebody. I'm not that kind of person.
Well, you can do it for yourself, for your own personal knowledge. But either way,
whatever.
Well, I had seen this woman, Pam Coronado. People look her up. She's she works with the FBI. She works with police departments. She's hired by a lot of different people to help with crime scene investigations. So. Yeah. And I've seen her on a few shows. There was one called Unexplained, and there was one called Sensing Murder. Ooh. And so she's featured on those, and the cops weren't giving her any information because they didn't believe in it, and it was their
producers.
Chef. You never know. Kidding. Okay, skeptic brain, you're right. It's good. Okay, so
I'm kidding.
It's good, but you have to be that. There was a guy, the Great Randy, and he was the big. Like debunker of skeptics psychics. Why do I say those two things together? But he did find a lot of shysters out there. I think there are shysters, and I think there are ones that have real gifts.
Right. And as our Uncle Jim told us in his mentalism episode, go back and listen to that, folks. Anyone trying to make money doing this, you got to question the motivation. I don't know. I don't know where I stand on it. I'm like 80-20. On believe, not believe. So anyway, I just don't want you to be taken advantage of. My big sister instincts kicked in. I didn't want you. But I like that it validated things that you were already thinking and wanting to do. I like that it included me. I like this new choice of helping you make a decision in what you should do. And I think it's you. It fits you. I mean, everything she said was like, yes, yep. That's Weens. That's her. This is
really. So
yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. I mean, well, thank you. I mean, I guess you're just saying.
No, but it's true. All the like kind of depression stuff, like, yeah, I'm just down. Well, it's because you're squelching your creativity and you're going down this traditional path, and you're not a traditional person. Sorry, Weens. You're anti-traditional. Whatever that is.
That's why I'm moving in with you.
Yeah. I'll be your traditional.
This is going to give us, okay, I might sign up to the Ding Dong School, and then that'll be happening in August. You know, so I have from now until August to work with you on this project.
Yes.
Let's get it off the ground and do it.
Okay. So
do you want to, though? How much can you commit? Because you have no time.
I can commit weekends.
Ugh.
And nights, sort of.
That's not true. I know what will happen. You don't have time because you're always doing stuff.
Well, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about?
I'll do most of the work.
Yeah, I'll be your. I was going to say fluffer. I just listened to a Brilliant Observations episode, and they talked about fluffers. No, I'll be your assistant. Is what I was trying to say. I'll be your side person.
That's fine because you're the main podcast person. She does all the work on this thing. Okay, so...
Which is why there hasn't been many episodes.
Because you've been busy gallivanting in Kauai.
I know.
Wait, how was that? Let's talk a little about you, please, for the love of Christ.
Well, you know what? Let's keep that as a teaser. That's a future episode. We went for business. I'll leave it at that.
Oh.
And it was amazing. And yeah, to be continued. So
to be continued. And can you give a quick day in the life of you in your new job?
Oh, yeah. So I work in the school garden. I usually get there. This is Charlotte's school, the elementary school. I've been there for 5 years as a volunteer, and now it's a paid position this year. Thank you, PTA. And I teach kids garden lessons and tie it back into science standards for each of their grades. So I teach K through 5th, and I teach 3 or 4 classes a day. Today I did 4 classes, and it's great. It's so fun. It's taxing. It's hard to be outside in the hot sun. But I'm home by, 12, 1 o'clock. 4 days a week. I get Mondays to prep, and it's working out. And the kids love it. They're so cute. I should post a little video. Maybe, all right, go to Mouse and Weens, everybody. And I'll put it on, where should I put it? I'll put it on our page, our Mouse and Weens Facebook page. But just a little video. This was me today in the garden with the kids going on a bird hunt. So we learned all about birds and their adaptations and their habitats and their bird sounds and their bird calls. And it was just connecting with nature and learning about different animals and their offspring and the parents. Anyway, I was hitting all our science standards within the subject of birds. But these kindergartners... We're so cute. So cute. And the wonder and the awe. And when they get quiet and they listen to nature, there's nothing like it. So that's what, it can be hard. And some of the 5th graders are a little snippy and
wild.
Yeah, wild. Don't listen. They're busy doing the dab or whatever the dance is that they're doing. But the littles, oh my gosh. So it's a great balance to get to see all the ages.
Like the little ones who actually are excited.
Oh, they're not so excited
cool yet.
Yeah, it's so sweet.
I want to hear a couple of the lessons though, because I've seen you preparing things and you were like, I have to go out and gather sticks for the bird nests.
Yeah. Well, that was
worms.
The one. Yeah, we did worms. We learned about soil. I don't know. You don't want to hear all this. It's kind of.
I think it's fascinating because I know nothing about it. So
really. Well,
just describe one lesson, because you put all of this together yourself. She's not going off of anyone's guidance.
Well, there's stuff out there, but the way we do it is
you're gathering maybe random, but you put it together in this whole packet and actually come up with the materials.
Sort of. Kind of. Can you back off your mic a little? It was a little loud.
Can you just go along with what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay. I did it all. No, it's a collective effort. I have a teacher mentor who has guided me in a lot of the lesson planning.
Nancy.
Shout out to Nancy. And just gleaning all of the information on the internet and different books that are out there with garden lessons, but then kind of taking that all and making my own specific things with it that are 20 minutes long. That's the difference. A lot of these lessons are take your whole class out for an hour. Well, we don't do it that way. We take a class out and we do 20 minutes at this station and 20 minutes at this station, and then we rotate. That way kids' attention span is held and they can learn chunks that go together, but it isn't one big boring lesson. I don't know. So it's a different method and it's not out there yet. So we're kind of putting that together. I don't want to give away
Are you blowing the cover by
trade
doing
secrets? Maybe. No, I don't know. But it is a good thing. And I've finished a whole lot of lessons, and I'm going to put it together as a package to get out there in the world. So it'll be good. But this is my beta test year. I'm making booklet pages and testing them in real time, and then I'll put it out there. But one of the lessons
is with my sister, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yes.
I'll just say real fast. She gets things done and does them well. And I really am saying, I'm not just trying to blow smoke or make you give me a free house to live in, but I am just saying you really
this
do.
Is rent
like
talk. Rent talk.
You finish things that you start and they're done really well. And there's a lot of people that don't finish projects. So I just want to say that.
Including me. I still haven't finished the baby books. But when there is like people on the line expecting something, I will try to do a good job and get it done. But
you're also getting paid for it. That's incentive.
Yeah, that's true. I get caught up in the details sometimes and the perfectionism of it. So there's that.
I've noticed that.
Yeah. So I need to
take
work
a lot
on
longer
that.
to edit the podcast. I'm the one that...
I take out all the burps and farts and smacks and
there's a lot. Yeah.
So there you go. Shut up.
Okay, so congratulations on having a job after how many years? 15 years of being a mom?
Yeah.
This is your first job. It's like a big deal.
Yeah, I've consulted, I've done little side freelance hustle with graphic design stuff, but I haven't had a paycheck. I haven't had a W-2 or any of that jazz. And I may still not actually. Did I fill out a W-2? Yeah, I did. It's part-time, but it's good. It's a
job.
It feels good to my heart. I feel like I'm contributing back to society officially, and I'm on the grid again. I remember that time I couldn't even get a Target credit card because I didn't have any credit somehow my whole background was kind of
wiped away.
And I'm like, dude, I worked so hard in school and finishing my little degree.
Well, you had a whole career, and before you had kids, it was a real career. Yeah. What's interesting is I was thinking about you the other day, and I think why this school thing was so important to me is it felt like I was building a career that was like a normal career where you have to get credentials and you go to school to get it. And because I think my whole life up until that point was all real. The film business, you just kind of get in the door and you work hard and you move. You didn't have to.
Yeah. People do go to film school. Like you could go like
but
Ryan.
It never guarantees you work. Yeah. It's always about.
Our cousin Ryan did a traditional film route, right? Like
USC.
He went to theater. He did theater in elementary school, junior high school, and then went to USC film school. And,
I think he went for theater.
He went for theater? Mm-hmm. Oh, he didn't go for film school. Oh, okay.
Yeah, acting.
Yeah. And then got the manager and the agent and did all the official things that,
And they do a big showcase at USC. And since it's such a big school in LA, that they get agents that come and watch the people. So that's how he got an agent.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then, So
there are ways to be a little more traditional, but it probably takes a certain niche group in school.
But then I've heard a lot of people that go to film school and they go, why did I go to film school? I didn't even get a job afterwards and I paid $70,000. And I've heard that side of like it was hard to get in the business even with a degree. They go, nobody cares. But I'm just saying there are many ways.
You do have a career in the film business, believe it or not. It may not be, Academy Award winning yet, but you've done tons of stuff and you have a name and you're out there, and it's been a little more, a bit of this, a bit of that, because that's who you are too. It's like
smorgasbord style of life.
Yeah.
It's the German in me coming out and Austrian.
There you go.
I love a good smorgasbord.
It's a pickle platter with onions and relish.
Oh, don't say onions.
But it's true. No, you're awesome. And it's all going to come together. And you guys, our wonderful listeners, you will see what's coming. It's going to be fun.
Dun, dun, dun.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
And we'll still have our blend of traditional and non-traditional.
How's your sex life?
Jeez. Oh, we're not going there. All right. Episode is over. We have reached our limit. And thank you for listening, everybody. We're so glad that we're back doing this. Jules, should we do this more weekly now that we have life kind of contained a little bit more?
Ask me how my sex life is.
How's your sex life?
Nothing.
Wait. Sick.
Nothing is.
Oh, it got stuck. This is bad.
And this is also why she's single. Boys, would you like a self-swallowing?
My sex life is not happening because nothing.
Oh my God.
My cat just woke up and went.
Oh my God. And this is why she's the cool aunt. You can relate to the 14-year-old and the 16-year-old. Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine? You know that my therapist, I was telling her about our podcast and how cool it was and how I love it and how we have such fun. She listened to it. And then the next time I talked, she goes, oh, I heard your podcast. And she's very ethical and practical.
Proper. Okay.
Yeah. And I go, oh, which one did you listen to? What was it about? She said, farts. And I was like, I turned bright red. I was like, oh. So I'm so
sorry, but you know what? This is us. This is authentically
us.
I
guess, but you don't need to do what I just did. And we don't need to talk about farts ever.
All right. Well,
although they're funny. Farts are funny.
Everyone loves a fart. All right. We'll talk about it. Maybe we could cut this out and post. Maybe it'll only go on Patreon. We don't know.
You can suck your air. Here we go.
All right. I can't do this. She's sucking her air.
Are funny.
Oh, dear Father who art in heaven, thank you for teaching us to be like boys and fart and burp. Yes. Here we are, folks. This is us, Mouse and Weens. Another episode in the can, flush. Where can people find us, Weens? Why don't you do the closing? Let's hear how you do it.
People can find us at all the social media outlets, one being Facebook, also Spotify. Ooh, Apple has a platform, Blueberry has us on there too. Sometimes we have a www.mouseandweens.com. You'll find us there. All
just
the platforms.
2 W's.
What'd I say?
WW. Not that third one, though. Yeah.
WWF, because everything starts with the WW, not the 3 W's. Anyway, you can find us at all
social media platforms.
Now, if I stopped laughing so hard, you wouldn't do it as much. I can't help myself. It's funny.
It's so stupid. Sorry, guys. My therapist is going to go, how are you guys doing?
And Arrested Development right here, folks. All right.
Sorry.
Thank you for listening. We love you. Go to patreon.com/mouseandweens too if you want bonus episodes, personal videos. We have to do some fun songs for our patrons.
Yeah.
Christmas is coming. We have gifts coming to our patrons in the mail. Watch your mailbox. And anything else? I don't know. Oh, here. I'm sorry.
Happy holidays.
That was a gurgler. Oh, no.
We don't need to do it. Let's cut some of these out. That's too much.
All right. That's enough. Bye-bye.
That's so gross. Okay, bye.
I can't. Bye.
Wait, some are stuck, too.
Is it really awful? It's so awful.
It's so gross. Your son does it, and it's disgusting. And I said I would never do that again.
Here we are. Oh,
here we are. When would that ever go away? When will I evolve past that?
I don't know. You don't need to. Why?
Okay.
Why?
I don't know.
Just have fun with it.
There's going to be one person out there that goes,
she's the one for me.
I hope he has strong arms.
That's right. And tiny goat-like hooves and little tiny calves.
Legs.
Actually, there's a ton of guys. Now that I'm at the gym working out with the boys.
Little legs.
Guys with the big barrel chests and the big muscles. And they have tiny little legs. And they skip leg day like a lot.
Why?
Well, and Ellie's doing it too. He's like, I hate doing my legs. Legs are
leg day.
Sorry, it's stuck. It was stuck.
But it's true. And he only wants to do arms and chest and back and stuff.
That's
and
like my beast.
yeah. No, he's got
Beastmaster.
good calves. He's got good
Yeah,
calves.
you're right. I did a calf workout
This
today.
will be for the patrons. What's the beast? Tell them about that.
Basement Beast. He talks like that's the Basement Beast, and he goes out of Hawaii and he does all the
It's an exercise tape.
bands, exercise bands. But it's really good. It's transformation. Do you want to see a muscle?
Yeah. All right. She's
Am
taking
I allowed
off her.
to show half my
Sure,
wares?
why not? Yeah.
Okay, so I went from a flabby, I don't know if you could see any of it, but I did have flabby, like goodbye grandma arms that go like
Goodbye,
that.
Grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
let's see those triceps. Wave
Hold on.
goodbye. Oh, no.
Something's stuck in there.
She's-
All right. Does anything pop out?
Wow, nothing. You're very formed and fit. What?
I mean, wait, does it pop out? do I
no,
have a
I mean,
muscle?
like a muscle pops out.
Like,
Yeah, and no flab. Nothing's waggling. That's
and that happened
firm and
all
hard.
from the
this is
Basement
good.
Beast.
That's great. The beast
Although I
is
did
working.
not use my patchouli deodorant because I left it at your house.
Good. Get that out of rotation. I'm going to find it and throw it away.
Don't. But I
It's
have nothing
stinky.
here. I had to put oil of oregano under my armpits. I didn't have anything.
Julianne.
I'm sorry. I don't have the real stuff.
Sometimes I feel like I'm not a real woman. Like, I don't, like, I look like this. I'm wearing t-shirts all the time and hats and ponytails. And then I look, and then you come along and you take it to another level. And I love it.
Oh, no,
And
you
you're
don't
very-
love it.
No, you're very feminine and wonderful. But then, like, you do these little hippie
Like
things that,
burps and...
well, yeah, you know, that's okay. This is how we are raised.
I like how you package it in this idea that you think it's wonderful because secretly you don't. You think it's gross. You don't like patchouli natural deodorant.
I don't like patchouli natural
I
deodorant.
love patchouli.
I'm here to say, but it's always mixed with BO. If it were straight patchouli, it might be good
Why would
But
it be
always-
mixed with BO?
because that's
I
where
don't
you put
have
it.
BO. I think you're pretty stinky
I'm gonna stay quiet on this one.
because you are. I think that I came out not with a stink gene.
That's not true. You stink plenty.
Well, I like the smell of my own BO then.
It's smelly. It's real. And patchouli doesn't help. You got to get like the soap to kill. Okay. Do you know that the stink?
soap
Listen, the stink from under your arms
is
is
germs in the petri dish. Yeah.
yeah, it's bacteria and it's like their poop. It's their excrement. That's what you're smelling. So you
That's
have to wash
disgusting.
it with soap. That kills the bacteria.
I know, but that doesn't have anything to do with deodorant. I soap every day.
All right. Well,
Do you shower
I think
every
the
day?
bacteria like the patchouli. I think they're swimming around in it, going, "Yay, more stuff to
It's
eat."
not just patchouli. It's got a little lemon in there. It's got other flavors. I think you haven't gotten into a good armpit to really check it out. So I'm going to bring it next time.
No, you're not.
Yes.
I can't. It's so gross.
I don't
hate
like
armpits.
the smell of the deodorant that you have. It's degree, and it has a certain deodorant smell to it.
It does the job. There's no BO. I was out in the
Yeah, but
garden
it smells like
all day. It smells nice, like baby powder.
It smells like Lysol smells in a club a little bit.
What's wrong with Lysol in a club?
It smells like Lysol.
What's Lysol
it
in a
smells
club?
like chemicals.
What does that
it
mean?
It smells like, I don't know. It's got that real chemical-y kind of smell.
Like there's an undertone of like gym
Chemicals.
sweat and then Lysol
Yeah.
on top of it. Oh.
like bar floor with Lysol on top.
Oh, that's not good. Wow.
But don't you feel that way with some chemical? Also, can you change your laundry detergent to natural, please?
Well, who's making demands now? I use the free and clear stuff. I don't use the dyed stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Remember that article about the whiteners? Those are the things that make you itchy.
oh, really? Okay.
They put whiteners to make bright whites, but it secretly is almost like a
Okay.
plastic paraben.
Ew.
I don't know why I said paraben. Plastic that gets in your skin and it's bad for the ocean. It kills animals.
Okay. All right.
And that's all to make it.
Yeah, I don't care about laundry. I'll do whatever natural stuff there is. I just like the big jugs because,
It's Costco.
yeah.
And it's easy.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you some Myers. I'll buy it for you.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
you'll
I'll
see a
take it.
difference.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll do it.
This was fascinating, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's all good. We have lots to do and lots to talk about, Weens. This is exciting.
Okay.
All right. You have 1 week left of school. Kill it. How many more finals do you have? Or projects or whatever?
10th is when we're fully done. I have to redo that terrible paper on organizations.
Oh.
She's a lovely professor, but I thought I was done with this. It was a 17-page paper on something that I absolutely can't stand, which is organizations and the psychology within.
Okay.
And I did it thinking it was done. And she wrote back probably 2 pages of notes saying how to restructure it for our final draft. And she said, I normally don't spend this much time, but yours was so good that I really want to help guide you. And so I gave you a bunch of notes to incorporate.
Oh,
and I was like,
yours was so good that, yeah. Oh.
Because she said, I normally don't get feedback. So I think she really was serious because.
Really?
But boy.
That's sucky. You don't
she said,
want
I want
that.
to spend the time to guide you because I think you really have something great here.
Yeah.
So whether or not that's true.
Do any professors have power trips? No, don't.
Take that out.
Why? Do you know how much work this creates? There's a video and audio.
Okay,
and I have to go. Okay, all right.
Leave it in.
All
Our
right.
4 Patreons.
5.
5. Thank
All right,
you.
yes.
Oh, yeah. We have someone who joined.
Yes. Here.
And
I'm looking
can I
it
make
up.
a personal? We both can make personal songs for everyone?
Yeah, let's do it.
I wonder if you guys watch this video, maybe they can request a song, or we just do it anyway.
Yeah, we can. Let's.
But here's my offer for the patrons.
Okay.
Here's the offer. We'll do it anyway. But if you write in some information, we can create a song for someone. If you want to send a song to your mom, just give us like some details, and then we could do a personalized song.
You'll do a custom song for the mom or somebody,
or whoever,
for
or for
Christmas
you.
gift.
For a Christmas
Do you have
gift?
enough time?
Yeah, we can. Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So Jada. Oh, we had Monique, and Monique left. I think Monique might have been here for the sexy episode. So bye, Monique. We'll miss you. Thank you. Yeah. So we're good.
What sexy episode?
Our part 2 of our Paul, the sex worker.
Oh, did that loser?
Well, I don't know. When I see new patrons, I always wonder, did they want to hear about part B? You know what I mean?
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It was a little raunchy, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was a Patreon only. But
you could take that out.
Well,
it's
still fun to have there. I think it's good. But no, we have our tried and true. We have Megan. Hi, Megan. And
Yay.
Mom, Joyce. And we have Carla.
Yay.
And
Aww.
we have Jada. Thank you, Jada, for hanging out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
And that was it. Yeah, I got them all. Those are our people.
Thank
we love you guys.
You're so sweet.
Sorry it's been so sparse lately, but gifts are coming to make up for it.
Yay. Thank you for supporting us. You're very kind.
I know. It pays. It really does pay the bills. It keeps this breaking even, which is wonderful. Yeah. So thank you. All right. So until next time, we'll see you.
Au revoir.
Bye-bye.
Adieu.
Adieu.
Auf Wiedersehen. Gesundheit.
Gesundheit. Bye-bye.